take note of that. Solomon says, whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. Be as hardworking as you can. But he also added, someone likes to read this?
Yes, when I surveyed it, all that my hands had done, and what I had toiled to achieve, everything was meaningless. Chasing after the wind, nothing was gained under the sun.
On one hand, he says, do what you can with your hands. And on the other hand, he says, I have tried, but I find it, at the end, meaningless. Why does he find it meaningless? Do you enjoy your work, Seaman?
No, I'm seeking for another career.
So you went to university to study to be seaman, and then now you're in seaman. You want to look for something else. So you're like Solomon, not satisfied. Many of us are like that, especially when you're young, you don't know. But when you are at my age, you know that we have gone through life trying to find happiness, trying to find success. At the end, vanity. Watch this. This is in Japan. Sorry, no music. Can you hear? You enjoy this? And what is this? Commercial or a handphone? How many of you like music? Most Filipinos do. Will you go to this effort to make music? Yes? How many of you will have that passion to do this? Huh? It's a lot of effort, right? To get this done. But, what's the point? The answer? Vanity. What is the purpose? At the end. King Solomon, in the whole book at the end, he concluded what? Did someone read that? Ecclesiastes 2:12, verse 13.
The whole duty of man. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Elohim and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
So at the end, he says, can you repeat what he says? No, in your own words. Or someone else.
Fear God.
At the end of the journey on this earth, he made this statement. What does he say?
Fear God.
Fear God and
Keep His commandments.
Why? Whole duty of you and me. Do you agree? Sure? In your heart? Very sure? Yes. So if you know that the whole duty of humanity is to serve God and do His commandments, it would be good to find out what He wants you to do as early as possible. Don't wait until the end. Like Solomon is another choice of life. Or smoking. Thank you. Can I borrow a lighter? So the children holding a secret. Huh? The adult is advising the children not to smoke. It will destroy you. Then the child gives a slip of paper. The slip says, "You worry about me, but why not about yourself?" Another commercial. Now, is this more meaningful, this commercial? Yes. So if you are given a choice, two commercials, which one will you do? This one, because it has a purpose and purpose to help people to stop smoking. So we have choices in our life. What we want to do in our life. So these are just two. Read this again. But we need wisdom to decide, right? God has given us wisdom. Can someone read this?
James 1:5. If anyone who needs wisdom should ask God, whose very nature has given to everyone by the second thought. Without keeping score, wisdom will certainly be given to those who ask.
So this is a promise. God says, if you lack wisdom, ask from me. I will give you wisdom. That's what Solomon did. He asked for wisdom and God gave him wisdom. Is there a difference between wisdom of this world and wisdom from God? What's the difference?
Wisdom of this world is
That's Christian talking. Give me a layman talking. What is the difference between wisdom of this world and wisdom from heaven? What is the end result? There are two different end results. Anybody? Like to attempt? Wisdom of this world leads you to before destruction. Huh? Minus. Huh? Pride. Okay. What else? The basic difference to me, there is wisdom, plenty of wisdom all over. The wisdom of this world will help you to be successful in this world. At the end, what happens? Huh? You stay here. 6 feet underground. Well, now it's burned up. Okay? That's all. And it helps you to actually live quite a good life also. Can be, but on this earth. And wisdom from heaven. What is the famous quote in Proverbs? Solomon quote. Something is the beginning of wisdom. What? Do you understand what that means? Fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. What does that mean?
For me, it simply means that I connected with Proverbs 8:13, which says that to fear God is to hate evil.
Okay.
So for me, when I hate evil, I begin to be wise, but I am completely wise when I love right and evil. That's how I understand it.
Still very technical. Okay. Yeah, good. Anybody else? What will wisdom from heaven leads you to? Businessmen are very practical people. We don't talk in riddles. Okay? Wisdom from this earth will lead you to success on this earth, and at the end, that's it. What about wisdom from heaven? Will lead you to heaven. On a journey, successful on this earth, and will get you to heaven in the process. That's why, like Alan shared with you, business is business. But what is the end purpose of business? To have a comfortable life or to be a witness? It's got different purpose. Same method of business. So you understand? Wisdom. If you reverence God, you fear God, then your focus is different. At the end, judgment time, you have to face. All of us face judgment. So Solomon made this statement also in Ecclesiastes, good old days. Someone want to read that out loud? Lady.
Do not say, why were they always better than these? For it is not wise to ask such questions. When times are good, be happy. But when times are bad, consider what God has made the one as well as the other.
So what does this tell you? What does this tell us? Yes?
I think it's do not complain, but
Do not complain. But reflect. Okay? What else does it tell you? Somewhere there. This side. This half. Huh? Contentment. Do not say why were the old days better than this. Good old days, right? For it is not wise to ask such questions. When times are good, be happy. But when times are bad, consider God has made one as well as the others. Yes, it's about contentment. It's also about there are times that you can be good, there are times that are bad. Both, you should find happiness in it. Right? There's no such thing as smooth sailing. What does smooth sailing mean? Yeah, what does it mean? It means no problem, it means also no action. Right? The minute you challenge yourself to do something, to be successful, there will be huge problems. Alan went to Thailand, and I asked him what does he wants to do. So we decided to do bakery, right? As a business to do evangelism. So, was there challenges? Did he tell you all his challenges?
Not every day.
Huh? Not every day. Oh, his wife is here. Any challenges? May?
big challenges.
Very huge challenges. But as you go through with God's help, through those challenges, with God's blessings and God's help, it's quite good. If your life is smooth sailing, you don't succeed. There's nothing to brag about, nothing to reflect on and say, oh, I have a good life. It is all those challenges that make your life beautiful. Okay? If you want smooth sailing, you will not have a life. Creative. Every generation, people come up with new ways of doing things. Since you like music, you put music on. Young people, you need to challenge your mind. Ask God and challenge your mind. What can I do that makes an impact today? Today, internet is very powerful. Different from, I got this down from internet. In the past, you only have a few people to listen. Today, in Philippines, how many of you have seen this before? None, huh? Oh, today. Someone playing in US, you got to listen. So media is also powerful. For me, I'm an old generation. For you, you're a young generation. Media is a powerful, powerful tool. Agreed? How many of you know media? Or use media? One only. Three. The rest of you want to be cement. Can you get YouTube here? I think sometimes it's very slow. Plenty of creative things there. All the three commercials, two commercials, this all came down from YouTube. Imagine if God calls you to, God always calls us to, as a Christian, to do what? To mission. What is mission? To spread the gospel. So, how you spread the gospel? There are many, many ways. It could be business, it could be music, it could be just how? Commercials. Agree? Does it make life more meaningful? Yes? To have a mission versus a mission to make money.
Yeah.
Which one is better? If there's a saying, if you chase after money, money will fly away. If you chase after money, money will fly away. Remember that. Write that down. So, none of us should look for the purpose of doing things to make money, whether it's a career or a business. Because when you do that, you lose your happiness, lose your will to do things better. They didn't go and play this song for money, right? No passion, no interest. Someone read it?
Remember your strength during the days of your youth, for your old things,
so all of you are at least one generation younger than me. Remember your Creator in the days of youth, of your youth. Remember the days of what? Your Creator. Remember your Creator in the days of your youth. Remember now. Because when you grow old, what happens? You ask your parents, what happens? Do you enjoy life when you grow old? No bigger. No different standard. Even you have money, what happens? You can enjoy. You spend it on medicine. What else? Last night I slept on this bed, I got sore, backache. Just getting up. So, when you're young, you have to treasure the moments that God has given you to do what you're supposed to do. So when you're older, you reflect back and say, oh, those are beautiful, beautiful moments that God has given you. Purposeful. still keep on going. Today, you ask me to start bakery. I say no thank you, but Alan can. Today I can support. I cannot do it because no energy, no strength. Without Jesus, my world is empty. So that's what happened to Solomon. Because his focus was on this world. So at the end, when he's old, he don't have God. So, and life is meaningless. But if along the way, as you are young, you are Adventist, and you use your talents, your gifts, your mission to do what God wants you to do, and He will still make your life even more beautiful. You agree? How many of you experience that? Nobody. One. Share? What do you do? Do business. How does it affect God's work?
Well, you can support the ministry. Like in the past, like when you were still studying, you have to make money to support the ministry. But now that you are able to earn, then it's easier for you to.
So that's a good. When you are able to earn, you can support other people. Okay? But one step further is use your ministry to do God's work. That's even more meaningful. Without Jesus, my world is empty. That's what. Okay, look at this. creative mind. Each one of you, God has given a challenge, a purpose in life, to be able to do great things for Him. But you must find out what is God's mission for you. Someone likes to read this? Or everybody reads out loud. Indeed so. Why are you here today? Why am I here? You know, I flew in yesterday and I'm flying in tomorrow morning. Flying back out tomorrow morning. Just to speak to you. Why? To help you to understand what it means to be successful. Watch this last one. How many of you heard of flash mob concept? You can join in if you want. Choir with a difference.